They're in invisible ink. Welcome to the front. We begin on the packet on the front. Oh, Rabbi Ben Bag, he had a double name, 'cause his last name was the same, but I never heard him brag. So here's a little song. Kinda like a tribute. I hope you don't think that it's too cute, and I hope you sing along. You gotta turn it again. Turn it around your mind. You gotta turn it again. You never know what secrets you might find. For Rabbi Ben Bag, there was always more to learn. Words of Torah he would turn all the night and all the day. And when the other rabbis went to bed 'cause they were done, Back stayed late 'cause it was fun. For he would turn to them and say, you've got to turn it again. Turn it around your mind. You've got to turn it again. You never know what secrets you might find. Rabbi Ben Bag, the Torah was the be-all. It also was the end-all, and not a word was wrong. So thank you, Rabbi Ben Bag, for your cool and pithy quote. It's the best in Pirkei Avot. Now it's in a song. You gotta turn it again. Turn it around your mind. You gotta turn it again. You never know what secrets you might find. You gotta turn it again. Turn it around, turn it again. Turn it again. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach.
This song takes a quotation from Pirkei Avot, the section of the Talmud called Sayings of the Sages, with wisdom from our rabbinic ancestors, or ancient rabbinic ancestors. And there's a quote in there in which Rabbi Ben Bagbag, that was actually his name, Rabbi Ben Bagbag, said, turn it again, because everything is in it. He was referring to the Torah, that we need to keep turning it over, keep studying it, keep learning it, because we will find everything in it. Tonight, as we celebrate Simchat Torah, we are in it. We are literally in the Torah as we surround ourselves with the Torah, and we, tonight, turn it. And we turn it from the end of the scroll as we finish this year's cycle of reading to the beginning. We come back to the beginning and start the cycle over again. We turn it because each time we read it, we will find new things in it, we'll find new insights, because we will have changed. Our lenses, our lives that we bring to study, that we bring to Jewish life, are different each year. And so we read it again, and because our learning, because our study should never stop, we don't even give a day between finishing it and starting it over again. We will read both tonight, both the very beginning, I should say both the very end, which is over there, and then the very beginning, which is over there. And we're going to make that transition in a different kind of way for us this year. You'll see when we get there, we're going to take a little journey through back through the scroll as we go. As we celebrate Simchat Torah, the joy of the Torah, we celebrate this life of Torah that we live tonight. So we're going to jump right into our candle lighting. So Teresa, if you would join us. Now, tonight, of course, is not just Shabbat, it's also the festival. So the words of the candle lighting blessing are not just Shel Shabbat, for the candles of Shabbat, but also Shel Yom Tov, the lights of the festival. So the words are on page 303 in the prayer book.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat v'shel Yom Tov.
And for the whole holiday, for the festival, we continue with Shehechianu.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
Thank you, Teresa. On page 305, a special reflection on the candle lighting for Simchat Torah. Rejoicing in the Torah, we re-roll the great scroll. The thump of wood, the whisper of parchment, speak to us of the storied battles and miracles inscribed within. Each year the chant begins again. Still, new insights touch us to reshape our lives. So too, may these Yom Tov candles, tapered like the yad pointing to the sacred words, guide us to find meaning in every moment, wonder in each new day, understanding and the desire to know more about the heritage we hold so close to our heart. Now we're ready to start the main part of the service with Baruch Hu, which is on page 28. But before we do that, I just want to point out that much of the liturgy, many of the prayers that we say, even on a regular Friday night, regular service at all, come from the Torah. And so tonight, we are going to lead them not just from the book, but also from the scroll. So when we get to that part of the Torah, David's going to go find the section in the Torah where those words are written and read them from the actual scroll as we sing them together. So Baruch Hu is not one of those prayers.
No pressure, though, finding this
right.
stuff, right?
So we turn to page 28 and we rise for Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam va'ed.
You may be seated. The first prayer after Baruch Hu is a praise of God as the creator of the universe. And that, of course, is the story that is told right at the beginning of the Torah. And there is a song that uses the words from the Torah at the end of the sixth day of creation, when God sees all that God has made and describes it as very good. And so on the front page of the pamphlet at the bottom is the quote, is this text, Hine Tov Ma'od, which David is walking over to find at the very beginning.
Fittingly, it's at the beginning of the Torah.
It helps.
So it's pretty close to the beginning. So it's right here. It says, Vayar Elohim et kol asher asa v'hine tov ma'od. And God saw all that God had made, and behold, it was very good. Vayhi erev, vayhi voker, yom hashishi. And it was evening, and it was morning, the sixth day. The song goes like this. Vayar Elohim et kol asher asa v'hine tov me'od. Vayar Elohim et kol asher asa v'hine tov me'od. There was evening, there was morning, there was evening, there was morning. Vayhi erev, vayhi voker, tov me'od. Vayhi erev, vayhi voker, tov me'od.
The second prayer after Baruch Hu is a praise of God, a gratitude to God for giving us the Torah, for giving us this gift of love. And then to celebrate that gift, like when we get a present that we like, one of the ways that we show how glad we are to have it, how much we appreciate it, is to use it right away, to wear it, to play with it, to use it right away. So too with this gift of Torah that we got, we then use it right away. We read from it again, this time from the book of Deuteronomy. The text that we know as Shema and V'ahavta comes directly from the Torah. And so after the thanks to God for giving us the Torah, we go into the Torah to read Shema and V'ahavta.
I went too far. No?
Did we lose the
Did we lose it?
post-it? I think
Oh, no.
it's
So,
here.
yeah.
The scroll
Okay,
covered.
there it is. It got hidden.
So
So
if
here's
you
Shema.
want to follow in the books, it's on page 30.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha, u'b'chol me'odecha. Ve'hayu הדברים האלה אשר Asher Anochi Mitzavecha Hayom Al Levavecha V'shinatam Levanecha V'dibarta Bam V'shitecha B'veitecha Uvlechtecha B'derech Uvshokbecha Uvkumecha Ukshartam Le'ot Al Yadecha V'hayu letotafot b'einecha Uktaptam al mezuzot beitecha Uvisharecha.
And now we turn to the Song of the Sea, the V'hafta section, the Torah sections that we read following Shema, and with the idea that God brought us out of Egypt, and that leads us into retelling a little bit of the Exodus story, concluding with the celebration that the Israelites rejoiced when they got across the sea and knew that they were truly free. They burst out into song, and as we showed the Sulam students earlier today, this is one of the sections that is laid out differently in the scroll. It's written in a different pattern, different layout of the words. And so, if you want to follow in the Siddur, it's on page 32, but it looks much cooler in the actual scroll.
You'll also notice that I'm only going to sing the first verse because that is the verse that is the quotation from the Torah. The second one was composed by the rabbis later, and so I can't sing that from the Torah. Ya ba ba bim bim bam, ya ba 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 bim bam, ya ba ba bim bim bam, ya ba 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 bim bam. I die 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 die, ya ba 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 bim bam. I die 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 die, ya ba 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 bim bam. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh Norah tehilot o sefer Norah tehilot o sefer Ya ba ba bim bim bam, ya ba 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 bim bam, ya ba ba bim bim bam, ya ba 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 bim bam. Ay, 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 ya ba 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 bim bam. Ay, 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 ya ba 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 bim bam.
On page 34 in the Siddur, we find one of the statements of emphasis about how important Shabbat is, how important it is that we keep Shabbat, that we continue to celebrate and observe Shabbat. That is, we know it as Vishamru, the song Vishamru, which also comes from the Torah.
Over here. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti leolam, oti leolam, oti leolam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim Asa Adonai, Asa Adonai, et hashamayim ve'et haaretz, v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et hashabat, la'asot לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
So far, all of the liturgy that we have done is something we would do on a regular Friday night, but now we get to something that is special for the holy days. In fact, we say this to remind us that it's a holy day, because the part that we're coming up to after this, the Amidah, the central section of the service, is different on holy days, festivals, than it is on Shabbat. And we want to just remind ourselves, in case we might be going a little bit on autopilot, we want to remind ourselves that we're not going to say the regular Shabbat words for the Amidah, but oh yeah, this is special, this is a festival too. So there's a line that we say from the book of Leviticus about Moses declaring the festivals of God to the Israelite people. This comes after the section in Leviticus where Moses describes all the holidays, and it says Moses proclaimed all the festivals to the Israelites. And so we put this in the service here to remind ourselves that it's not just a regular Shabbat, it's a festival. And so David's going to read the verse from the Torah, but then there's a musical version of it that is also in our pamphlet.
Yes, the English words are not in the Torah, so I'm going to just read the verse from the Torah, then come back to my version of the English so that I can sing it with you. So here it is. I just saw it. Right up there. There. Vayidaber Moshe Moadei Adonai El Bnei Yisrael.
Now on the second page of the pamphlet, called Moadim, the festivals.
There is a time to celebrate our freedom. There is a time for our minds and souls to grow. There is a time to see the world around us. There is a time for us to feel your blessings flow. Vayidaber Moshe et Moadei Adonai El Bnei Yisrael. Vayidaber Moshe et Moadei Adonai El Bnei Yisrael.
Right, it's a festival, so we're going to do the special festival version of the Amidah, which we find beginning on page 41 of the Siddur.
B.
Thank you, page 41b of the Siddur. The beginning part is going to look the same. The part that we're going to do out loud together is going to look the same, but what comes after it is different for the festival. So we'll begin together on page 41b and then continue individually through page 44, or in our own hearts. When you've had as much time as you'd like, you may be seated.
Adonai sapatai tifta ufi agita hilatecha. Adonai sapatai tifta ufi agita hilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot, Umevigo el livnei v'neihem, Leman shemo be'ahava. Melech ozer ufoked u'moshiach u'magen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ufoked Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayei metim atarav lehoshia. Mashiv haruach u'morid hagashem. Mechalkel chayim bechesed. Mechayei metim berachamim rabim. Somech noflim berofei cholim. Umatir asurim. Umekayem emunato lishenei afar. Micha mocha ba'al gevurot umido melech. Melech memit umechayeh umatzmiach Yeshua. V'ne'eman atah l'hachayot metim. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayei hametim. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yehalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
Page 44, the middle paragraph, the last word of the third line from the end.
Oseh shalom bimromah, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Now we come to the Torah service, which ordinarily begins with us opening the ark, taking the Torah out of the ark, all of that, but guess what? We did that already. The Torah is already out and ready for us to read. So we are going to read from the very end of the scroll first. What? And then we're going to go back to the beginning. Yep.
Gonna read the whole thing backwards.
Yes.
I'm not that good.
You'll see. All right. So, so David and I are going to walk over to the end of the Torah over here, and anybody who would like to gather around can do that. But this aliyah, the honor of saying the blessings for this reading, because Torah means teaching, right? And it teaches us how to live. We want to give this honor to any teacher in the room. Anybody here who is a teacher of students of any age,
Or has been a teacher.
or
Doesn't
has
have to
been
be
a
currently
teacher,
practicing.
right? This aliyah is for you. I've got the words to the blessings up here, but anybody who would like to gather around and see, to watch as David reads, we're going all the way to the end.
The last verses of the Torah. So
All right.
I'll do this part here. Okay. Honorary kiss my talit, where it is there.
All right, where are my teachers at? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Baruch Hambarach.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Leolam Ba'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah. Amen. V'lo kam navi od b'Yisrael k'Moshe Asher yida'o Adonai panim el panim. And never again arose in Israel a prophet like Moses, who knew intimately Adonai and spoke to God face to face. L'chol ha'otot v'hamoftim asher shalacho Adonai la'asot be'eretz Mitzrayim l'faro ulchol avadav ulchol artso. And all the signs and wonders that God sent him to do in the land of Egypt for Pharaoh, Pharaoh's advisors, and all the land. Ulchol hayad hachazaka, ulchol hamorah hagadol, asher asa Moshe le'enei kol Yisrael. And all the strong hand and all the great wonders that Moses did before all the eyes, in the sight and in the presence of all Israel.
And actually, before we even do the blessing,
Chazak?
we should say, when we finish a book of the Torah, we say the words chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek, which means be strong, and we strengthen each other. So say with me, chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek. Okay, blessers.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten HaTorah.
Amen. So now we have to get to the beginning. So we could ask Steve and Becky and Chuck and Kirk to move, but we're going to do it a little differently because when we finish reading the Torah for tonight, we're going to want the Torah scroll to be rolled back to the beginning anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to start to roll the Torah back, and on the way, we're going to hit some songs that come out of the Torah. And
At
so we are
least
going
one
to-
from each book.
What? More than one.
More than one, at least one from
So we are going to sing our way back to Bereshit, back to Genesis. So in your pamphlets, so we're going to roll until we get to a song. So starting on page 3, we find them. So look, there's one.
Oh, there's one already. Where is it? Do you remember where it is?
Mm-hmm.
Remember where this is. Oh.
Sorry.
That's not the problem. Thank you, though. Yeah, yes. Ah, there it is. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. Morasha Kehilat Yaakov, Morasha Kehilat Yaakov, Morasha Kehilat Yaakov, Torah Tziva lanu Moshe.
That one's got Jacob's name in it.
All right.
All right, so now we're going to roll a little bit.
Oops.
Going to roll a little bit.
Roll it, roll
Oh, you cracked our code. That'll make it a little bit easier. Thank you. All right, it's okay. All right, yep.
You can put, he might need this. Thanks.
Book of Deuteronomy until we get to chapter 16, which actually is about, it's when Moses is describing various holidays, and he says about the holiday of Sukkot that you shall rejoice in your festival. And so that is right here. Yep. All right.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. There it is. Besamata bechagecha vehayita aksameya. Besamata bechagecha vehayita aksameya. Besamata bechagecha vehayita aksameya. ושמחת בחגיך והיית אך שמח. ושמחת בחגיך והיית אך שמח. ושמחת בחגיך והיית אך שמח.
All right, so now we are rolling back through the beginning of the book of Deuteronomy.
Except that we already did some of them. We did Shema already. Yep, because we already did Shema.
All right, we have a little ways to go here.
ושמחת בחגיך והיית אך שמח 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 ושמחת בחגיך והיית אך שמח.
So now we are back into the book of Numbers. As the Israelites approach the promised land, the king Balak is afraid of what the Israelites might do to him. And so he summons a prophet named Balaam to curse the Israelites. But instead, when Balaam looks out at them and opens his mouth, out come words of blessing.
You might know these words of blessing. So you can roll while we.
What?
You can roll
Sure,
after I do the first
Okay.
one. Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov mishkenotecha Yisrael. Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov mishkenotecha Yisrael.
Mike, can you hold this right here? Or Ruthie, why don't you just hold this right here? Now, as we've gotten farther back into the book of Numbers, we get to, where did I drop? Oh, here they are. All right, thank you. We get to a story in which Miriam and Aaron speak out against Moses, and Miriam is afflicted with an illness, and Moses prays for her to be healed. And
Yep.
and yes, she does ultimately get healed, and that is one of the source texts for our prayer for healing. And so we're going to stop now for our prayer for healing. Not the usual Mishaberach version that we sing, but using the words from the actual Torah, which are here at the bottom of page 3 of the booklets. Tonight in our congregational family, we think particularly of Robin Beauchamp, Phyllis Burke, Corey Brown, Arthur Campbell, Phyllis Dillon, Jane Dunlap, Terry Dunlap, Valerie Frank, Jennifer Galvin, David Glazer, Michael Gottfried, Carolyn Halunin, Marcia Hirsch, Mike Keemans, Cheryl Leahy, Nancy Lewis, Nancy Mayer, Paul Newfield, Sarah Newfield, Saul Payne, Kimberly Phillips, Gail Rosenberg, Jan Ruderman, Alicia Schreiber, Michael Schreiber, Cindy Sherman, Yonina bat David HaKohen v'Sarah, Esther bat Chaim v'Goldi, Fegi bat Shlomo Nisan Halevi, and Gittel bat David. If there's someone who is on your heart tonight, whose name you'd like to say aloud, I invite you to do so now. We hold in our hearts all of our friends and loved ones who are ill as we join in a prayer for healing.
El na refana la, el na refana la, el na refana la, refuah shlema. El na refana la, el na refana la, el na refana la, refuah shlema. El na refana la, el na refana la, el na refana la, refuah shlema.
All right, now we are coming back through right through the start of the book of Numbers. We're now in the middle of the book of Leviticus. We are in chapter 19 of Leviticus, part of what is called the Holiness Code, because it contains many, it begins with God telling Moses to tell the Israelites, you shall be holy because I, Adonai, your God, am holy, and then many different rules for how to be holy. And one of those rules that God tells Moses is to love your neighbor as yourself.
And here are the words right here. Ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. Love your fellow person as you love yourself.
And in your pamphlets, you have a world premiere Rothberg creation composition using these words.
Ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. Love your fellow people like you love yourself. Ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. Love your fellow people like you love yourself. Rabbi Akiva said it's the Torah's big idea, bigger even than the Ten Commandments. If you'd hate it done to you, don't do it to anyone. He pointed to Leviticus 19:18 and said, yeah, that's the one. Ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. Love your fellow people like you love yourself. Ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. Love your fellow people like you love yourself. One day Rabbi Hillel received a challenge to explain the entire Torah on one foot. He said, don't do to others what you hate if done to you. All the rest is commentary, so now go and learn. Ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. Love your fellow people like you love yourself. Ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. Love your fellow people like you love yourself. We need to treat all people well, that's what the Torah says, even if it's hard to do sometimes. And what if you're not feeling very good about yourself? Don't forget to treat yourself very, very well. Ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. Love your fellow people like you love yourself. Ve'ahavta l'reacha La'arecha kamocha. Love your fellow people like you love yourself. Love your fellow people like you love yourself.
Shkoch.
Baruch Tiyah.
Now we are back into Exodus, back into the Song of the Sea, where we find many wonderful verses, but in addition to Michamocha, there is this one towards the start.
There it is. Ozi v'zimrat yah. If you've ever come to our Havdalah service, you probably know this. Ozi v'zimrat yah, vayahi li lishua. Ozi v'zimrat yah, vayahi li lishua. Ozi v'zimrat yah, vayahi li lishua. Ozi v'zimrat yah, vayahi li lishua.
At the beginning of the book of Exodus, when God first speaks to Moses at the burning bush, God tells Moses that God is going to send him to free the Israelites and to take them to a land flowing with milk and honey. And it should be right.
Yeah, there it is. No, that's Eretz Coconut. There it is, yes. Eretz Zavat Chalav Udvash, a land flowing with milk and honey. If you have ever done any Israeli dancing, you might have encountered this very popular Israeli dance. I can't dance and play at the same time. I'm not Taylor Swift, so he has to hold the Torah.
Anybody else who would like to dance is welcome to dance.
So there is something that you need to do, even if you're not going to dance. If you want to dance, it's great, but you need to clap at a particular point, and I'm going to hit my guitar when you do it. It's like, da, 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 da. All right? And you could also say, if you really want to get into it, hey ho. Hey ho. Oops. All right, here we go. Eretz Zavat Chalav, hey ho, Chalav Udvash. Eretz Zavat Chalav, hey, Chalav Udvash. Eretz Zavat Chalav, Chalav Udvash. Eretz Zavat Chalav, Chalav Udvash. Eretz Zavat Chalav, yo Zavat Chalav. Eretz Zavat Chalav, hey, Chalav Udvash. Eretz Zavat Chalav, hey ho, Chalav Udvash. Eretz Zavat Chalav, hey ho, Chalav Udvash. Eretz Zavat Chalav, Chalav Udvash. Eretz Zavat Chalav, Zavat Chalav Udvash. Eretz Zavat Chalav, Zavat Chalav Udvash. Eretz Zavat Chalav, Zavat Chalav Udvash. Ho! Hey, ho! Hey, ho! Hey, ho! I think they have found the next one. All right.
So now, working our way back through Exodus into the book of Genesis, back into the stories of our patriarchs. Now we are at the story of Jacob, when Jacob ran away from home, fearing the anger of his brother Esau. He had a special dream, a special vision of God, and God spoke to him and promised him that God would watch out for Jacob, take care of Jacob and Jacob's descendants. And he said that you will spread out to the west and the east and the north and the south.
ufaratsta, yama vakema, safona vanegba. Ufaratsta, yama vakema, safona vanegba. Ufaratsta, yama vakema, ufaratsta, safona vanegba. Ufaratsta, yama vakedma, safona vanegba, yama vakedma, safona vanegba. Yama vakedma, safona vanegba, yama vakedma, safona vanegba. Ufaratsta, yama vakedma, safona vanegba. Ufaratsta, yama vakedma, safona vanegba.
Now, so that was Jacob. We rolled right through Isaac, back to poor Isaac.
Isaac always gets that kind of
He
treatment.
does get that. Back to Abraham, the beginning of Abraham's story with God. God tells him, Lech lecha, go forth, follow me, leave the place where you've been, follow me to the land that I will show you. Debbie Friedman took those words and turned them into a song of blessing for all of us.
I'm just going to read the Hebrew here once, then go back to look at the English, because even though I have sung the song probably at least 500 times, I'm afraid I'll mess up the English, not the Hebrew.
Yeah, we just rolled over.
It's got to be in here somewhere.
Yeah, because we're back at the beginning of
Okay.
Lech lecha. Now we're in the middle of it.
Vayomer Adonai el Avram, Lech lecha me'artzcha u'mimolatecha u'mibeit avicha el ha'aretz asher areka. God said to Abraham, get up and go, leave your homeland, your father's house, your birthplace, and go to the land that I will show you. Lech lecha.
Good job.
Lechi to a land that I will show you. Lech lecha to a place you do not know. Lechi on your journey I will bless you, and you shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. Lechi la, and I shall make your name great. Lech lecha, and all shall praise your name. Lechi la, to the place that I will show you. Lesimchat chayim, lesimchat chayim, lesimchat chayim, lechi la. And you shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. Lechi la. You forgot something. Let's take the. We love the Torah so much. We're going to take it out again. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So now we have made it. We made it musically all the way back to the beginning. And now we are ready to read from the beginning. So this, the beginning is not just the beginning of the universe, but also the first people, the first couple, the start of all humanity. And so for this aliyah, we would like to call anybody who is a parent or a grandparent. So all y'all who have kids or grandkids, this is your aliyah. 1, 2, 3. Baruch Hu et Baruch Adonai habarach le'olam va'ed. Amen. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz ve'haaretz hayta tohu vavohu ve'choshech al Vahi erev, vahi voker, yom echad. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And the earth was shapeless and empty, and darkness was on the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God hovered on the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good, And God divided between the light and the dark. And God called the light day, and the dark God called night. There was evening, there was morning, one day. 1, 2, 3. Baruch atah.
Amen. Now let's put the Torah away. Guys, did you see? Were there?
Let's do it again.
No, this first. This first. And it goes on like this. Oop. Oop.
Top.
There we go. Nope. it takes a village.
Crowns right to the left there. Let's give one to Noah. All right.
All right.
All right.
My theory
Good
that
work,
would straighten
everybody.
them did not work. Oh well. We're going to hand them out in just like a couple of minutes. Yes.
Okay. So now that we have read from the Torah, sung our way through the Torah, it is time to celebrate with the Torah. So what we're going to do is, David has some flags for
What
anybody who
kids
would like a
would like
flag,
flags?
and anybody who would like to carry the actual Torah scrolls. We're going to take out the other scrolls
Yes.
from the ark, and anybody who wants to march around with them can do that. I also have a kid-sized Torah
More
scroll
flags?
for any of the kids. So adults can carry the big ones, and kids can carry the smaller ones. So anyone who would like to carry a scroll can come line up here,
Second
and
flag,
we'll
any kids?
take turns making our way around. I'll go get you one in just a moment.
Yes, thank you. How do you play it? You take lessons and you learn.
Yeah, pretty much a straw.
You're gonna
Yeah, go ahead.
get the Torah.
What?
You're gonna get the other Torah scrolls.
I will, but once you...
Okay. Once I do it. Okay. So we're not doing by heave and so on. Right?
All right, actually, maybe let me line up the first. All right, who would like to carry a scroll? Which adults would like to carry a scroll? Hang on. All right, hang on one second. Give me a second. Well, Simon's first in line here. All right, Simon. Simon, here you go. You will. We'll take turns. When Simon comes back with it, we'll use the other one too. All right, other adults looking for a scroll. All right. We have four.
All right, it's paper. It'll be okay.
In the most recent. Yep. All right. You know what? I think we'll stick with these two. All right, David. Let's do it.
If you're interested, I'm on page 214 of the Siddur, in the middle of the page. Ana Adonai Hoshiana. Ana Adonai Hatzlichana. Ana Adonai Anenu V'yom Koreinu. Anenu, 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 Anenu V'yom Koreinu.
I have another adult who wants to scroll. You'll get one? Yeah. Got it? All right.
E-O-O,
E-O,
E-O-O-O,
E-O,
E-O-O,
E-O. Jacob, you're jingling.
O-O-O.
Hear the bells jangling.
הנה מה טוב ומה שווה אחים גם יחד. How great it is for brothers and sisters to hang out on this day. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. How great it is, brothers and sisters, to hang out on this day. E-O-O,
E-O-O,
E-O-O-O,
E-O-O,
E-O-O,
E-O-O.
How great it is for brothers and sisters to hang out on this lovely day. How great it is for brothers and sisters to hang out on this day.
Well, I would give her a Torah right there. I would give her a Torah.
מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. How good it is to be together. How good it is to be together.
Who wants to carry one?
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים,
Mike, Scott.
שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב. ידה דה 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 דה.
No, not yet.
טוב, הנה מה טוב. ידה דה 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 דה. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב. ידה דה 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 דה. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב. ידה דה 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 דה.
Yep. The words are in there. Yeah, yeah.
רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו למען קודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו למען קודשו. כי
What? Go watch it.
כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו
Is there anybody who didn't get a chance to carry the Torah scroll who wanted to? You will in a couple of years.
In a few years.
All right, so then we are returning the scrolls to the ark. We're on page 154 of the Siddur. Page 154 of the Siddur.
What's on? Oh, yeah. Eitz chaim hi, hamachzikim ba, v'tomcheha meushar deracheha, darchei noam, v'chol netivoteha shalom. Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva ad eshameinu v'ketem.
You can be seated. So now we are moving into our Yizkor service, our memorial service. Even as we celebrate our joys, we remember those who taught us Torah, those from whom we learned, those who have been models and inspirations for us, who are no longer here with us. And as we celebrate the Torah, we celebrate them and their lives and the legacy that they left for us, that we continue to live as we take their lessons into our lives. So we begin on the back page of the pamphlets with So in Tears.
Those who sow in tears will reap in joy, will reap in joy. Those who sow
page 190. Page 190. When Yizkor is recited, we affirm our love of those so near and dear who have physically left us.
Our love, however, does not rest on physical being. It is deeper than that.
When we love the inner being of the beloved, the quality that makes for uniqueness, the spirit that creates personality and character.
That does not ever disappear. It remains with us as long as we live.
Time eases the pain of loss, but does not erode the affection and emotions we feel for the one who no longer moves about in our midst.
We know that whatsoever lives someday must die. That, however, is true only of the material world. The spiritual can endure forever.
When we lose one who is dear, we mourn, but we must not mourn excessively. We must be grateful for what we have had and find comfort in our memories.
We must continue the task of living, paying tribute to our departed by contributing to the lives of others.
Page 197. Let's join together in the words of the 23rd Psalm. Adonai is my shepherd, I shall not want. God gives me repose in green meadows and guides me over calm waters. God will revive my spirit and direct me on the right path, for that is God's way. Though I walk in the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no harm, for you are at my side. Your staff and your rod comfort me. You prepare a banquet for me in the presence of my foes. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely goodness and kindness shall be my portion all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of Adonai forever. On pages 192 to 195, there are paragraphs for the different relationships that we have with people. If there is someone whom you are remembering tonight, you can find the paragraph that expresses that relationship, or you can simply reflect in your hearts on those whom you are remembering tonight. Please answer me with the words, we remember them. At the rising of the sun and at its going down,
We remember them.
At the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter,
we remember them.
at the opening of the buds and in the rebirth of spring,
We remember them.
at the blueness of the skies and in the warmth of summer,
We remember them.
at the rustling of the leaves and in the beauty of autumn,
We remember them.
at the beginning of the year and when it ends.
We remember them.
As long as we live, they too will live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them. When we are weary and in need of strength,
We remember them.
when we are lost and sick at heart,
We remember them.
when we have joys we crave to share,
We remember them.
when we have decisions that are difficult to make,
We remember them.
when we have achievements that are based on theirs.
We remember them.
As long as we live, they too will live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them. Page 196, the memorial prayer, El Malei Rachamim, please rise.
El Malei Rachamim, Shochein Bamromim, Amsei Menucha Nechona, Tachat Kanfei Hashchina, Im Kedoshim Utehorim, Kezohar Arakiya, Mazirim, Lenishmot, Yakireinu, Shalchu Leolamim, Baal Rachamim, Yastirem, V'seiter Kenafav Leolamim, V'yitzror B'yitzror HaChaim, Et Nishmatam Adonai Hu Nachalatam, V'yanuchu V'shalom Al Mishkavam, V'nomar Amen.
Exalted, compassionate God, grant infinite rest in your sheltering presence among the holy and pure to the souls of all our beloved who have gone to their eternal home. Merciful One, we ask that our loved ones find perfect peace in your tender embrace, their memory enduring as inspiration for commitment to their ideals and integrity in our lives. May their souls thus be bound up in the bond of life. May they rest in peace. Let us say,
Amen.
We turn back to page 51, Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה השמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים עמו, ושכינתו זו בגובי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, ודעת היום והשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים עמה, ועל הארץ מתחת, אין עוד Adonai, v'melech al kol haaretz, vayom ahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad.
Page 52. As we prepare for Kaddish, we remember all of those whom we held in our hearts during Yizkor, and tonight and as well we remember with special affection our loved ones whose Yahrzeit will occur this coming week. Samuel Handel, grandfather of Ruth Albert; Rita Harvey, mother of Merrill Levinson; Max Pelt, father of Mel Peltz; Bessie Bernstein, mother of Judy Romaine. If there's someone else you are remembering whose name you'd like to say aloud, I invite you to do so now. Zichronam livracha. May the memories of all our dear ones be a blessing. In gratitude to God for the gift of the lives of our loved ones, we say Kaddish on page 52. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach yiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, v'chayechon uv'yomechon, uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agalau v'zman kariv imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olmei olmaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yithalal shmei dekudsha b'rechu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, amiran v'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama Rabbah min shemaya v'chayim, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, and comfort all of the bereaved. And we say, amen. Please be seated. Noah, I think you're doing announcements tonight, right? So, Scotty, you're going to help him out? Is that the deal? All right. Up on the bima. Oops. Yeah.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Hi. I wanted to thank Rabbi Carr and David for leading the service tonight. It was such a great service, and all of our services at TCS are great, but this one was certainly special. To be able to celebrate with everybody and see the joy, young and old, everybody that came tonight being able to eat with people beforehand and drink and talk and just be together as a community. And Simchat Torah, the love and the celebration of Torah, and to see it spread out across the synagogue tonight gave me a special feeling, and I hope everybody got something great out of the service, because it was a good one tonight. So, all right, announcements. There you go.
Yay. Torah study tomorrow at 9 a.m. with Rabbi Carr, in person with bagels or coffee, and remote. Well, the bagels and coffee aren't remote. You can't, Havdalah services tomorrow at 7 p.m. online. Shabbat Nashira service next Friday at 6:30 p.m., followed by potluck dinner. Sign-up link is in your weekly email.
Kid's going to steal my job.
Whoa. What does that say?
TCS.
No, that.
No, you did that.
Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't read that.
Okay, go ahead.
What does that say?
Come elevate.
Come elevate your soul with favorite melodies and spiritual moments in a circle of sacred songs led by our Merachim blessers who sing and play musical instruments.
If you haven't been to an Ashira service, it's fantastic. We have a lot of fun. The music is great. David leads, and we'd love for people to come down. You can see me play the bongos, not that that should be the main draw, but I'll, it's okay.
It is fun. Come.
Taste of TCS.
Yep. A taste of TCS, a progressive dining experience, is Saturday, November 4th. This will be a wonderful opportunity to dine on a, why are there so many big words in this? Sumptuous food and meet new temple friends. We all gather at one home for appetizers, then break up into small groups and travel to different homes for dinner. We will all meet together again at one location for dessert. RSVP deadline is October 20th, and the sign-up link is in your email. Sunday, October 22nd at 12:30 p.m. Get ready for some football. At the home of Adam and Teresa Kempner, 15 Rocky Brook Drive, Easton. Join us for an afternoon of fun watching Pats football on an outside TV, eating good food, and playing yard games. This is a free event for the entire TCS community, sponsored by the Brotherhood and Sisterhood. Bring your family's favorites non-dairy potluck dish to share. RSVP with total attending by next Thursday. Do you remember songs from the 1960s? I do not, but you might. Join us for Singo, the rock and roll bingo game, Sunday, October 29th from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. at TCS. Bingo with a Beat, hosted by DJ Guy, is great fun. Come test your musical knowledge, win some prizes, enjoy refreshments, and bring our friends. RSVP to the TCS office. Rabbi Ken will be leading a trip to Israel this summer. Details are in your weekly emails or call the TCS office for more information. Fun fact, bears are not allowed. It's illegal to bring your bear to the beach in Israel, so don't bring bears if you plan to come. Yeah, the animal. I don't know why. Something must have happened. Are you doing fall cleaning and have lots of books, clothes, and household textiles you no longer want? Bring your bags of clean. Oh, I thought you were waving it. Bring your bags of clean and sellable items to the temple this month. Under the supervision of the temple member Sandy Newfield, we are helping to raise funds for the Greater Attleboro Area Council for Children, who will be collecting until October 29th. Family Table needs our help every month. 30 cans of tuna and 30 cans of vegetarian soup. If you would like to donate money to Family Table monthly instead of bringing food, there is a link in your weekly email. Please remember, information and links to all activities are included in your weekly emails on Mondays, as well as special notices. You can call the TCS office if you have any questions. Thank you.
Bravo. All right.
That's why Scott told them to do it tonight. Thank you, Noah. Thank you, Scott. So next Friday, next year, the service is at 6:30 and the potluck dinner to follow. Great service, and I hope to see a lot of you back next week as well. Great job. Yeshua. Kiddush is on page
334.
334.
You'll notice that the words are different from our usual words because it is not only Shabbat, but it is a festival. So we do the festival Kiddush, and we add the extra words in parentheses for Shabbat, and the melody is also different. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher bachar banu mikol ham, v'romamanu mikol hashon, v'kiddushanu b'mitzvotav. V'atiten lanu Adonai Eloheinu, v'yahava shabbatot limnucha, u'moadim l'simcha, chagim uzmanim l'sason. Et yom hashmini chag ha'atzeret hazeh, zman simchatenu, v'yahava mikra kodesh, Zecher litziat Mitzrayim, Kivanu v'acharta, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbatu mu'adei kodshecha, v'yahavahu v'ratzon, v'simcha v'sason hinchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat, v'Yisrael, v'hazmanim. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Shehecheyanu, V'kiyamanu, V'higianu, Lazman Hazeh.
Should make one other announcement, and that is that we have another, in addition to Nashira next week being a very special service, the weekend after that, we have another very special service, Saturday, October 21st at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Leora Brandwine is going to celebrate becoming bat mitzvah. We hope that everyone will be able to join us for that as well. That will be an awesome day for Leora and her family and our whole congregational family. All right, don't eat that one. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen.
Shabbat shalom, everybody. Thank you to everybody who brought food for the potluck. Thank you to everybody who helped with the loosely organized chaos of the service tonight. Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach.
Sure.